Hi everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about Visual Studio Code, or VS Code for short. And this is the integrated development environment that I use. Anyone's free to choose whichever one they want, but it's the one that I like. And I'm going to highlight why I prefer that one. One of the first things that I like about VS Code is its wide support for a variety of languages. So basically, out the box, VS Code comes with quite a bit of support for the common languages that you're going to be using. And as a result, it adds recommendations on syntax and gives some easy bug fixing tips that you can use for what it comes with outside the box. But if there isn't any support for what language you're trying to use, this is all supported through extensions, which is another point that I'll discuss later. But that's the first thing that I like about it. This also makes it easy for you to debug some issues with your code, because if it has language support, it has a library of all the things that can go wrong with it and all the common mistakes. So it tends to give quite a bit of simple bug fixing and recommendations. So it makes the process of working quite a lot more efficient and easier. Built-in support for version control. So basically, version control is how we like to collaborate with each other or to keep track of changes made in our software or in anything developed. So this is a crucial part of everyday development. So one of the most common tools for version control is Git, and VS Code comes with Git integration. So that means that within the editor itself, you have graphical user interface tools for using Git. So you can do your basic Git commands like staging, committing, and pushing code, all with mouse clicks rather than typing commands. It makes it that much more smooth to do, and it just makes the workflow a lot easier. So that's something that I quite appreciate in VS Code. It also makes collaboration quite a lot easier, and collaboration is one of the most important things that we do. Next thing that I quite like is the integrated terminal. So you can run command line tools and scripts without leaving the editor from VS Code. And it's something that I like. I don't have to switch between different things just to be working on the same thing. I can do everything just from the same editor. And I like having that kind of streamlined workflow. And finally, I could actually spend this whole time talking about this, but extensions. Extensions are basically, in my opinion, the winning point of VS Code. Basically, whatever isn't there in the beginning, you can get from extensions. You can get all kinds of support from extensions. So if there's a language that you didn't have support for, there's an extension. There's most likely an extension. And these are extensions that are supported from third parties, or to official extensions. You can get official extensions from Microsoft or Oracle or anything, or some guy somewhere would have a better version of that extension that actually does exactly what you need. And this is a godsend with VS Code. So that is one of the best things about it. There are extensions that can do anything, you name it, from error checking to bug fixing to even being able to tell you how long you've been coding for and making your screen prettier, just anything really. So that is actually my favorite part of it, the high customizability of VS Code. So from things like theming to shortcuts and setting your preferences, this is something that every individual developer can use to kind of customize their workflow. So I find that to be something that's pretty cool. And another thing that I like to always look at is how different everyone's working environment is, just based on whatever their preferences and settings are. And it's something that can really make your process tailor-made to how you work. And if what you need is efficiency, you can get the most out of it by just, different customizations that you have. I have a few shortcuts that I like to use, a few preferences, and I think every person you ever ask will talk about, I prefer using dark mode, or I prefer using this. And if it helps them work, then go for it.